In this video, me and my dad are going to be whitetail hunting. We have 2 bucks, 2 does, and this video was supposed to be my dad going for his mule deer buck in early October, but we had a quick and successful hunt of 1 hour and like a half, and we got, like, my dad just got a small 2-point, and now this video is just going to be about 3 hunts where I go for whitetail, and I'm just hoping to be successful. And the plan is just to cover lots of ground, stalk a lot, like just stalk every single day, but we'll see how it goes. We'll go once in mid-October, once in the end of October, and then once in mid-November in the rut. We're going to try rattling. We're going to try like putting down artificial doe urine. We're going to try everything we can. We're going to call. We're going to do everything we can to get a big buck. We have a spot, and if we're successful, we can get one. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Now we got one grouse. We're going to our stalking spot right now, and hopefully we see a whitetail. Last year we saw 7 whitetail in this spot while we're going to go stalking. It's my last September youth hunt 1 year ago, and we heard them making warning calls. So we just got back from stalking. We were there for like 3.5 hours and we saw 2 does, but until I got my gun ready to shoot, they started running. But from what we noticed so far, it's very dry, and hunting ends in 12 minutes, so I don't think we're going to shoot anything today, and it's very dark, so it doesn't even matter. But I'll see you guys on day 2. We're probably just going to go stalking in a place where we shot doe last year. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. 2 does just came in front of me. Right there. Right there. I took the shot and she just went straight down and got back up, but I definitely hit it. So now we're just going to wait a little bit, give it time, and go look. It went over there in those bushes. Just found some blood. Now we're going. Now we're looking. We found the first one. Here I have a stick to poke the deer because I cannot show me with a firearm in the video. Me and my dad just finished dragging the deer down the hill from the clear cut, and now we have 1 doe, 1 grouse. We still have 1 doe and then 2 bucks. So we hope we're going to get something. We're going to cut it up and then go hunting again. But sadly, I can hand over the gun to my dad straight after I shot because there's 3 does there. And sadly, the other 2 does got away. We could have gone 2, but we just got 1. It's no problem. But now we're going to cut it up and go stalking later. In this clip, you'll see something very sad. Me and my dad noticed on the first day we came here, it's our usual hunting spot, it was come here, and we just saw a bunch of trees on the ground what have fallen. And there would be some trees every year we come back, and that's because there's some storms in the area. But this much we've never seen. It's like up at the plateau where we're about going to go, there were so many trees we couldn't believe it that have fallen. Like there was over like 100 for sure. But it was sort of good because it was like curtains. The deer couldn't smell us, maybe hear us less, and they couldn't see us. The visibility for deer were definitely harder, and it seemed to work because we hid behind the tree and we saw a deer. But it's just really sad seeing this bunch of trees on the ground. But me and my dad were wondering what happened. Usually there's storms, but like not very big ones, and it was like maybe it was a tornado, maybe like a small hurricane, but like this storm, the eye of the storm went directly where we go hunting. Like I'm talking 100 meters like in distance from our hunting spot, and like you can just see all the trees on the ground. This would usually be a very nice forest. It wasn't thick, it was just open, some trees, and it's just whitetail forest. And I did some research, and I've actually found out that this storm that happened here is from a tornado that just went straight through the area where we go hunting. And tornadoes don't happen often in BC, like once a year, maybe not even. And we just find out it's a tornado, and we're very surprised. But we know there's storms, but not a tornado. That's not what we were expecting. And I also found out that on the exact same day as this tornado passed through this forest, Hurricane Helene in Florida, US happened. And the interesting thing is that Hurricane Helene was 6,751 kilometers away, and these storms both happened at the same time. I don't know why. It's probably just a coincidence, but really cool to know. And it was just sad to see. Over where I'm pointing at is where we saw the deer yesterday, and that's where they came out from. And this all the stuff we're going to look at. So the second we got here, I filmed here, and the second I turned around and stopped filming, I just saw some tails over there. Two does ran out, and I dropped my stuff. I told my dad, and they were already running. So until my dad reloaded, it wasn't worth to shoot a deer while they're running because you could injure it and not kill it. So, my dad shot in the doe, and I shot a small buck. We don't know if they're down, but I think the buck is down. But the does definitely hit. We got a doe here, and let me go over here, and then this is the smallest buck I've ever shot. Holy, it's small. I didn't realize. My dad's doe's over there, my buck's over here. So we got 3 whitetail. Now we only have my dad's buck. So he got his doe today. I got my doe yesterday, and I just got my buck today. What's right here? Then my dad's doe is like over here. I think it's like 20 meters. Now we need to drag 2 deers 400 meters through a dense forest, and that's just going to be a long day. And there's like 1 hour and a half till there's no light left. We're going to go down here, and then from down there it's going to be dense through like these bushes and stuff. It's going to be hard to drag 2 deer. So we're going to need to get the deer all the way down. That's where we shot them, up there. Now we need to drag them all the way down there. So we just finished cutting up the deer, and tomorrow we're going higher in elevation. Hopefully it's a big buck. We're going to go higher in elevation, and if it's a small buck, we won't shoot it. It's day 4 and change of plans, and we're going to the clear cut where we went on day 2, where we got the first doe. See you guys there. It's really dark, and a deer just made a warning sound right in front of us. Here I see with the corner of my eye a tail just going through the bushes and just running. And I was like, if I just wait here, I'll see it go up the opposite side of the valley or ravine. And I was just going to wait here and see if it comes out. This is 2 weeks after we shot 3 whitetail. We're going to go to the same place. Hopefully we see a big buck, because that's all we have left, because we shot all the deer. And we only have 1 tag left, and that's a whitetail buck for my dad. And last year we saw some doe and maybe a deer. We don't know buck. We don't know for sure if it was a buck, but it was definitely big, and it was higher up, it was more remote, and we're going to go there, put a trail camera until like the long weekend of November. That's like 20 days, and we're going to try and see if we can get some footage off that, and we're just going to stalk for 2 days at that place, and hopefully we get lucky to find the big deer, because if we see a small deer, we're probably not going to shoot it, because we already have enough meat, and we're just going to try and get a big whitetail. The last clip what you guys heard was a whitetail making warning sounds. We're over there and we just heard it making warning sounds over here. There's like a ditch, like a ravine that goes like 20 meters down, and it's kind of like a swamp. And we found a bunch of big poops, and we also found this, not even like 50 meters from the poop. And this is the same spot where we saw that big deer. We didn't know if it was a buck, but we think it is. And this just from the deer scraping this tree with his antlers. So he's definitely in the area, and now we just need to find him, and hopefully we do, and we're going to try and record. It started raining yesterday at like 6:30 when we got to camp, and it's like 8:30 now, and it stopped raining at like 7, so there's a pretty good chance something's going to come out. Maybe a doe, maybe a buck, hopefully a big buck. We're just going to hope something's going to come out. That's where we were yesterday, where the big buck is. We decided to not go there because it was raining, and he knows we're there, so we're just going to let him settle down. And he's really smart. We couldn't get 100 meters close to him. We heard him yesterday. Didn't see him, but we heard him. And he already smelled us from like 200 to 500 meters. I don't know how. Me and my dad were completely still, but he smelled us and he started making warning calls. And we didn't see anything that night, but we did spook a rabbit, and my dad almost stepped on it without even meaning to. It was a gray rabbit, but we're going to hope we see something now. And after this hunt today, we're going to leave it around 1 to 2 p.m. and we're going to come back in 2 weeks. So hopefully we see something today. If we don't, we'll be back in 2 weeks. We are leaving early because there's a big storm coming. It's already here now. 2 seconds ago there was nothing, but now, ooh. Yeah, we're going. Yeah. Today we're going. Just came out of nowhere. Sun over there. So long. Hail. I'm going to stop filming. Now it's just raining. It's not that bad anymore. We're going to go for the forest walk for the whole entire forest, and we're going to hopefully see a deer on its belly, surprise them because they're covering their ears, just staying tucked because of all this rain and hail. It'll come in November. Good thing we didn't go up to where we heard that big buck. So day one was a complete fail. We were late to everything. We got here late, put up the tent. Until we put up the tent at 8, we were already late to our stalk. Didn't see a single thing. Then we're coming back, we saw like 8 does and 1 buck, but it was legal. Shooting time already ended and they just crossed the road, and after they crossed the road we couldn't see them. And now day 2, we went up where we saw the buck, where we heard the buck and saw the buck signs 2 weeks ago. Got the camera, stayed a bit, but it's really foggy today. We looked at the camera, we got a couple does. They were very close to the camera, so it's kind of cool. But November 7th was the last picture, and they started going down then, I think. And because all of the footprints that we found up where we were hunting the last time we came, they're like all like old because there's snow now, and we went lower in elevation and we saw nothing, so hopefully we see some deer now. We have today 1 more stalk, 2 more tomorrow, and then 1 on day 4. So our stalk went okay. Some people came and went with the ATV, and we heard a grunt. Our friends heard like some warning calls from those, but we heard a grunt pretty close to us. And that's all the activity we had. When we were coming up, me and my dad saw a doe. We were just looking at it. We parked our car to the side, let our friend come in front. 2 does just staring at him, and he doesn't see them at all. They crossed the road 10 meters away, and he didn't see. Here my dad was putting artificial doe urine to attract some bucks into the area during the rut. A doe snuck up behind us right from there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I loved this season. This season was like so fun, successful for whitetail. I'm not too worried that we didn't get big whitetail what we were hoping for, but we still got 3 whitetail. You can't complain about that. We got both of our mule deer. Like I got a big 3-point, and my dad got a small 2-pointer, but it is what it is. A buck's a buck. But we got a small 1-point whitetail buck. I just didn't know it was that small. Probably wouldn't have shot if I knew, but meat is meat. Now we have a bunch of salami in December, bunch of like sausage. We're going to make prosciutto out of 1 leg. We're going to make lots of stuff, and it's just a good season. If we decide to go in January, we might go elk hunting in January this upcoming year in 2025. And let me know, guys, what content you want, because I might film, if I go to Whistler, I might film some skiing. I don't know, like I never did it, never filmed while skiing. Like I usually just do hunting and fishing, as you guys know, on this channel, but I can do something new on my shorts channel. If you guys want, go subscribe right here, click right here. It has 1.7k subs and has like a bunch of shorts. It's just a shorts channel, and I just hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more stuff like this is my 2024 September youth hunt where I shoot a big 3-point, and then this is my last fishing season.